Hello everyone, my name is Christopher, and in this video I would like to speak about the current state of tanks at the start of Season 7 of Overwatch 2, and in my personal opinion this is the worst they have been in terms of the personal fun and enjoyment that a human being can get playing this role. I will try to explain everything that gets into that equation. We'll go over strengths and weaknesses, we'll speak about tank meta, and hopefully at the end of this video you will have a clear picture of why tank role is so freaking miserable. First of all, you have very aggressive plus W tanks that are going to create distraction on the backline, that will going to either destroy or distract enemy supports. Unfortunately, as you've already know, supports are extremely overpowered. I'm talking about Ana, Baptiste, I'm talking about Illari, Kiriko, and Brig in that regard, as well as Lifeweaver can be extremely annoying versus them. Every single one of them has the ability to either go for a jail-free escape card, whether it's gonna be sleep and anti on Ana, jump, and then shift, lamp from BAP, Brick can shield bash away, Illari can fly away or just completely destroy you, Kiriko can TP out, Suzu, she's very slim so you can't hit her, Lifeweaver can pedal platform himself, build a tree, he can pull a teammate that will peel for him, Lucio can just run away, and then Mercy can fly away, Moira can wraith or fade away, and Zenyatta is just a terrible support. That is just way worse than he was previously before. As well as all of these supports have the ability to destroy you with their two hands and left clicks and abilities. Like if I am diving Ana as a Doomfist, I'm gonna get slept, I'm gonna get antied, and the fact that I can't kill a support character on a dive tank without help makes me a little bit sad. Another thing is when you are playing Brawl tank, right? And somehow you are going for the backline. Perhaps the tank is doing the same and you are trying to mirror his moves. You are going for the backline and guess what? There is nothing to kill. Like, literally none of these characters except Zenyatta die, but we have a better Zenyatta at home. Just like in the meme, when you ask your mom for Illari, it's like, Mom, I want Illari for holidays as my gift. And mom is like, nah son, we have Illari at home. And Illari at home is Season 7 Zenyatta. Absolute freaking terrible. Like, you legit have better ultimate, better left clicks, better right clicks. Everything is just so much better. Another thing that's wrong with how tanks feel in the current season is the fact that Counterwatch 2 is at its finest. There is nothing you can do on a diva if they go Zarya and they go Symmetra. Like, imagine the situation, you are playing diva on a map with verticality and you are trying to contest the point, or they are going Zarya Mei. Sure, I don't argue with you that you can't win the game, of course, but it's gonna be pain, torture, despair, misery, suffering, and inevitably you will have so little fun in the game, it's actually crazy. The fact that they removed 6 versus 6 and you are expected to go for the value that 2 tanks were bringing to the table, but you are alone. They haven't changed maps, they haven't changed characters that much. They are just like, yo, we don't have anything new for the Overwatch 2. It's never a new game, it's just a big patch. How can we convince or like lie to players that they would feel like something is new? Oh, 5v5, great. It's like saying to a person, we're gonna build a new you and then cut their something out. And yeah, there you go, bro. Human too. This is just completely annoying. And if you were be able to get away with risky plays on Diva because you know that you have Zarya to bubble you, you know that you have Winston to back you up in Overwatch 1, right now you have a support that may or may not do anything to help you in that regard. Like, the fact that you are expected to do so much on a tank, the fact that you are expected to call out, you have to DPS like the same amounts of damage than your DPS, right? The fact that you have to constantly look around to see where the enemies are, you have to keep track of their cooldowns, ultimates, and then you need to feel your teammates behind. You need to keep track of what they have used as their ability, makes it a little bit overwhelming. Oh, and I forgot to say that every single crowd control ability is going to be aimed at you. There is gonna be Sigma Rock, you're gonna get punched by the Doomfist, Arisa Spin, Arisa Spare. This guy's gonna like run into you. By the way, look at that goofy ass skin. Like, whoever created this needs to be like fired immediately. You're gonna get solo shattered, you will get dynamited, Bastion is gonna like press W onto you and completely devour you alive. You're gonna get hindered, this guy is gonna place his stickies onto you. It's just, I can continue with this list on and on. Mei is gonna wall you, and then the Soj is gonna farm all charge or like the rail from you, and your life as a tank is just as miserable as you think it would be. When we talk about, like, by the way, look at that. Like, this is this is when we talk about characters for the tank role, like, if you wanna climb, do you really think that you can get away with playing something that's not meta? Do you really think that you can get away with playing something that's not meta? So if you would look at this abomination, right? If you would look at the, like, US. Sigma Zarya Diva, Sigma Zarya Joker Queen, okay, Sigma Zarya. Never mind, like, all of that is just a complete abomination. Look at that, Sigma, 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 everyone's playing Sigma. And if you would like check their profile, the first character is gonna have like 15 hours and the second is gonna have like 5 or something. Like, look at that stuff. Like, random dude, like, look at that. do I look like I'm joking? Dude spent 11 hours playing Sigma, and then you have 3 hours on Arisa, and yeah, he's playing Diva and Winston on verticality maps, but you cannot get away with Sigma. And you might ask me, Chris, why is Sigma so popular in the current state of the game? Because he never received any buffs, he is not as good as he was previously. What's the deal with him, right? And the answer is pretty simple. Developers made a huge mistake by overbuffing Bastion, and actually if you would look at the leaderboard, you'll quickly realize that, again, damage, Americas, and then you quickly realize that people play Bastion, and in order to protect your team and yourself from Bastion, you are obligated to play Sigma, because you can always shield, you can always shift, you can always use natural cover to protect you, you can try to... Oopsie doopsie, I hit my keyboard with my mousepad. You can rock him, it's really easy to poke Bastion out, so you just play like that, behind the natural cover, and then perhaps shield, like boom, 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 and your shift is gonna have a little bit lower duration than the Bastion form. And like, if you'd look at my personal performance on Bastion, I have like incredible time on Bastion. This character is completely overpowered, and if you compare that with my soldier win rate, you'll quickly realize that, like, I have the same aim, I have the same understanding of the game, but it's just character can do more. It's like, yeah, we have Bastion at home, and Bastion at home is soldier, right? So you are in the jail of Sigma, you are obligated to carry the game for your teammates, and thus Sojourn has become the meta character for today's day and age, because Sojourn apparently is really good into Sigma. So you are kind of going for these rock, paper, scissors kind of stuff, and it certainly makes me wonder, when does that gonna stop? How? Like, you look at these characters and you quickly realize that all of them, like pretty much majority of them, are just DPS character that are very short ranged, plus they have a little bit more HP and a gimmicky ability that allows you to stay longer in fights, like survive longer, but you will attract all kinds of crowd control and damage onto you. So what do you do against that? What do you do about that? I feel like the biggest problem we have right now is incredible burst healing that supports make, right? So if you would look at Baptiste Hilari, which is going to be the best backline combination that you can possibly go for in Season 7, right? For the majority of the situations, you have the ability to save, you have the ability to deal damage at the same time as you are saving, right? Oh, my game lags a little bit. So, oh, it's because it's borderless window, right? Okay. Right, you can do this, and then, right, you can lamp, you can shift, and this is absolutely not normal. The burst healing that you can get, especially if you are playing something like Sigma or Orisa, where you can stay alive for very long, and then you have abilities to save you from like very inevitable death situations. If you were to play Doomfist, if you were to play Wrecking Ball, you just press your shield, you press your shift, and by the time you have your like cooldown cycled, you can go for Baptiste that does this, and then he helps you, perhaps he goes like this, and you are just destroying everyone. What I'm saying is that burst healing in this game is quite overpowered, and there is just nothing we can do about this situation right now. You are expected to play under the conditions that developers set upon you, and these conditions are just terrible. So these are the reasons why tank feels terrible. If you would summarize everything, you are in a tank jail playing Sigma Diva, Sigma on every other map rather than a verticality one, right? Because how can you access high ground and push the cart at the same time? And at the same time, you are expected to do so much, the pressure is onto you, you have to struggle, you have to endure, and all of that to see your DPS characters having 2 times less damage than you, playing some garbage like Cassidy or something, I don't know, or loading up into the game and seeing that your team is playing Lucio Mercy or Lucio Brig, and you are like, oh, right, I guess I lost the coin flip, we just go next, right? So thank you very much for watching this video, hopefully it was somewhat educational to you. Let me know in the comment section what do you think. See you in the next one, take care.